In this video, we explore the faults and error codes of York air conditioners related to compressor issues. For York manufacturers, code F0 and code P2 are protections that activate when an overload in the compressor is detected. This problem manifests when the temperature switch, located in the compressor, sends a signal to the electronic control module of the external unit, indicating a higher than normal temperature in the compressor head. To resolve this issue, the first step is to check the connection of the overload switch, located in the compressor. Ensure that all electrical contacts are in good condition, both in the compressor and on the electronic board. Also, check the cleanliness of the condenser and the operation of the condenser fan. Code P0 and code L4 are generated when the protection of the inverter module, known as IPM, is activated. These codes usually appear when the heat sink of the IPM module is loose and does not make perfect contact, or when there are problems with the insulating paste or gel, or the screw that secures the heat sink to the IPM. Additionally, visually inspect the capacitors and the tracks of the electronic module located in the external unit. There should be no abnormalities. With a multimeter, measure the value of the electrical resistances near the IPM module. They must be correct. Another cause could be an overconsumption of current by the compressor. To check this, measure the electrical current of the compressor with a clamp meter before the unit shuts down. The current value measured with the clamp meter should be less than that established by the RLA parameter. Measure the voltage value supplied by the external power grid. Another protection code that is generated when there is a compressor drive problem in York equipment is P4. To try to solve this problem, first verify the correct voltage supply from the external source. Additionally, check the connections from the external board to the compressor. You can disconnect the unit from electricity and use a multimeter set to the electrical resistance scale to measure the value of all the internal resistances of the compressor motor coils. To do this, measure the values between two power connection pins of the compressor. All readings should be equal. Check the electrical connections between the external and internal units, looking for loose points that could cause poor electrical contact. Finally, it is important to mention that before starting any of the checks mentioned above, it is recommended to disconnect the unit for several minutes and see if the fault disappears. Sometimes resetting the unit can solve the issue.